Hadley presents Apple Videos. Today we'll check out Apple TV, Low Vision Accessibility. Hello, my name is Douglas Walker. Today we will be checking out our low vision features that are built right into our Apple TV. You know, it really is fantastic that our vision accessibility features for Apple products are built right into our device, because this means that we don't need to purchase any third-party software in order to make our device fully accessible. And I tell you, that is pretty great. Now, our accessibility settings can be found within our Settings app. And our Settings app is right here on our home screen. So we'll go ahead and flick to it, and we'll flick to it here, and we'll activate it to bring up our Settings menu. So we'll just press to activate. Okay, our Settings app has opened, and we've been presented with a list with all of our Apple TV settings. Now, we'll need to navigate to our accessibility settings to find all of our vision settings, and our accessibility settings are under our general settings, and our general settings are already highlighted right here at the very top of our list. So we'll just press our touch surface here and open them up. So we'll just press. Great, our general settings have opened, so we'll just swipe down until we find our accessibility button. So we'll just flick down a few times here. All right, and here we are on accessibility, and so we'll just press it here to open it up, and we'll press. Yeah, and here we are in all of our accessibility settings. So we'll just go ahead and flick down until we find all of our low vision settings. So we'll just flick down until we find zoom here. All right, here is our zoom button. Now, zoom is actually our magnification software. Now, we aren't going to be covering zoom in today's video because we just so happen to have an Apple TV video called Apple TV using Zoom Magnification, and it does a pretty good job of quickly getting us up and running with all that our Zoom Magnification feature has to offer. Now, just below our zoom feature, we have our display accommodation settings. Now, our display accommodations really do give us a lot of control over all of our device's color settings, as well as our background contrast. So we'll just press on our display accommodations. First, we'll flick down here to it, and then we'll just press display accommodations here. Great, our display accommodations have all opened for us, and we've been placed on our color filters button. So let's go ahead and just activate our color filters button to check it all out here. So we'll just press our color filters. Okay, our color filters have all opened, and as we can see, they're currently turned off. So let's just press them here to turn them on, and we'll just press. Okay, our color filters are now on, so we can just flick through these and check them out. We just flick down to the bottom. We have a lot of choices here. And we'll flick back up a couple of times. Yeah, you know, we can choose here between some really great filters here. And, you know, we'll kind of have to experiment with our color filters to adjust our Apple TV so that it works just right for us. However, we'll just flick all the way back up and turn off our color filters for now. So we'll just press to turn them off here. Okay, our color filters, of course, are now off, and we'll just head back to our display accommodations list by activating our menu button here. So we'll just press our menu button. Okay, our button just below our color filters button is our light sensitivity button. So we'll just flick down here, and we'll flick to light sensitivity. And here we are. So we'll just press our touch surface, and we'll open up our light sensitivity here. Okay, light sensitivity is currently turned off, and turning on our light sensitivity will kind of dim our screen, and this can really help to reduce some of our screen glare. So we'll just press to turn it on here. So we'll just press. Yeah, and we notice that our screen has kind of dimmed a bit, which can really help to reduce glare for some users. Now, our color intensity all stays the same, which is really great. Now, just below this, we've also been given here the ability to adjust the intensity of our light sensitivity. So that can be super handy for us. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just flick back up, and we'll turn our light sensitivity back off here. So we'll just press. Okay, and we'll just press our menu button here to return to our display accommodations menu, and we'll just press here. Great, our next vision accessibility feature here is our reduce white point button. So we'll just flick down here. Yeah, our reduce white point is currently turned off, so we'll just press our touch surface to open our reduce white point settings here, and we'll just go ahead and press it here. All right, our reduce white point settings, they look very much like our light sensitivity settings, and we can simply press here to turn it on, and we'll do that. We'll just press. Yeah, and we can already see that our screen has dimmed quite a bit, and we no longer have that bright white background, which is really nice. However, will also help to reduce the brightness of really bright colors as well. We also have an intensity button as well for totally controlling our screen's white point. All right, so we'll flick back up here, and we'll just press to turn our reduce white point back off, and we'll just press it here. Yeah, our screen is no longer dimmed, so we'll just press our menu button to move back to our display accommodation settings, and we'll just press our menu. Great, and we'll just press our menu button again to navigate back to all of our accessibility settings, so we'll just press. Great, we're back in our main accessibility settings list, and the next item in our list is our bold text feature. So we'll just flick down to get to bold text here. All right, and here's our bold text button. Now, this is a feature that we already have turned on. You know, we know how Apple loves to use those really thin fonts, and our bold text feature really helps to make our thin fonts so much easier to see. All right, when we first turn this feature on, a dialog screen will appear, and our dialog is going to state that applying our bold text setting will restart our Apple TV. Okay, if we press to continue this, our Apple TV, of course, will restart, and our new bold text setting will be applied. And as we can see, it really makes a huge difference in the thickness of our text size here. So let's go ahead and move on to our next feature here. So we'll just flick down, and we'll flick down. Now, our next feature here is our increased contrast feature. And as visually appealing as Apple TV is with its transparent backgrounds and kind of muted colors, it really gives us, some of us low vision users, quite a bit of difficulty at kind of determining what is a background and what is our relevant text. So our increased contrast feature will give us a nice bold background that's going to make our screen's text so much easier to see. So let's just press to open up our increased contrast here. We'll just press. Okay, we have a couple of settings here, and we have been placed on our reduced transparency button. So we'll simply press to turn it on here, and we'll just press. Now, all of our transparent backgrounds are going to appear solid, as solid background, which I tell you is really helpful in reducing visual clutter for us. Okay, so we'll flick down to our next setting here. So we'll just flick down. Okay, this is kind of cool. This is our focus style setting. So we'll just press to open it up here, and we'll press it here. Yeah, we're given another dialog here that lets us choose between our default focus style and a high contrast focus style. Now, we can probably see that our text here kind of has a blur to it, or kind of a fuzzy edge to it. Well, choosing high contrast is going to take away this blur, and it's going to give our text really a sharp edge to it. So we'll go ahead and just flick down to high contrast to check it out. So we'll just flick down. And we'll just press our touch surface here to turn it on. We'll just press. Great, and we can see here that all of our text is much more defined or clear for us, and this is really great. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and press our menu button, and we'll move back to our main accessibility menu here, and we'll check out our last low vision feature here. So we'll just press. Right, here we are back in our list, so we'll just flick down here, and we'll flick down. Okay, and this is our last low vision setting, and this is our reduce motion feature. Now, we all know how Apple loves to have different motion effects, and these typically occur when we activate or close any of our applications. You know, our items will kind of fly into place across our background, and our app icons will actually kind of appear to hover above our background. And, this can be really cool. However, it can at times be very visually confusing. So Apple has been kind enough to give us a way to turn our motion features off. And we can do this by activating our reduce motion feature here. So we'll just press our reduce motion button here, and we'll do that. We'll press. Great. And of course, that was super easy. Our reduce motion is now on. And there you go. I tell you, I really love that we have the ability to reduce the motion of items on our screen. Okay, that pretty much covers all of our low vision accessibility features. And as we can see, we've been given a ton of features here. So it's really great to know just how far Apple has gone to make it possible for us to be able to totally customize our Apple TV so that it works just right for us. Again, my name is Douglas Walker. Take care, and I'll see you next time. For more Apple videos, visit the Hadley website at www.hadley.edu.